In an alternate reality, Miles Morales follows in the footsteps of the slain Peter Parker to become the masked superhero known as Spider-Man. Splitting his time between fighting crime and managing his teenage personal life, Morales has to hide his identity from his parents, but confides in his best friend Gank and other trustworthy members of the superhero community. Where the original Spider-Man lived by his Uncle Ben's maxim, "With great power comes great responsibility," Miles Morales adds the addendum, "What would Peter Parker do?" Brooklyn beginnings in Miles' original reality, Norman Osborn, a.k.a. the Green Goblin, seeks to recreate the circumstances that had created his arch-nemesis Peter Parker, a.k.a. Spider-Man. In his efforts at Oscorp, a genetically enhanced spider known as Specimen 42 is unknowingly stolen by the high-tech thief and Miles' Uncle Aaron Davis, a.k.a. Prowler. Miles has a relationship with his uncle, one Miles' parents, Jefferson Davis and Rio Morales, neither approved nor were aware of due to his life of crime. One day, while visiting his uncle to tell him about winning a lottery to enroll at the prestigious Brooklyn Visions Academy, Miles suffers a bite by the burglarized spider. Upon discovering that the bite endows him with superhuman abilities, Miles has a brief early brush with superheroics when saving people from a burning building. After talking things over with his close confidant Gank Lee, however, Miles decides that this life wasn't for him. Later, Miles sneaks out of school to watch the Green Goblin and Spider-Man have their climactic battle, which sees both of them perish at the other's hand. Blaming himself for not using his powers to help Peter, Miles attends his funeral, where Gwen Stacy relays Uncle Ben's lesson that with great power comes great responsibility. Initially, he's inspired to fight crime in a makeshift Halloween costume version of the Spider-Man outfit. But when he proves himself to SHIELD agent Jessica Drew, a K woman, the agency gives him a new uniform, thus beginning his official career as the new Spider-Man. Arachnid abilities. Miles possesses similar spider-based abilities as Peter Parker. He has the proportionate strength, speed, stamina, durability, and reflexes of a spider. He can lift up to 10 tons, leap several stories, move much faster than the average human, and is generally more resistant to injury or fatigue than normal people. He can also stick to walls by his fingertips and feet, enabling him to crawl along surfaces and buildings. Thanks to his spider sense, he can perceive dangers around him before he can see or hear them. However, unlike Peter Parker, he also has the power to direct a bioelectric charge like a sting, including the ability to stun enemies with a venom blast and strike with concussive force. He can also camouflage himself to the point of invisibility. A spider's foe. Sadly, the first true foe Miles faces is his own uncle, the Prowler, whose criminal lifestyle forces Miles to take a stand against. They have a tough relationship, but it eventually leads to one of understanding, and Aaron attempts to turn his life around at Miles' persistent suggestion. Miles also tussles with his fair share of other baddies as well. He fights Omega Red, Kangaroo, Dr. Conrad Marcus, aka Venom, and Norman Osborn, aka Green Goblin, as well as Quentin Beck, aka Mysterio, from another reality, that of Earth 616. During his time while working alongside the New Ultimates, he also helps bring down Scourge and the Serpent Society. Trusted allies. Miles' closest ally is his best friend Gank Lee, who keeps Miles' secret identity safe. He also aligns himself with a variety of other heroes from his reality, such as Spider-Woman and his teammates in the former New Ultimates. He develops a bond with both the Peter Parker from his own universe and Peter Parker, aka Man, when displaced to Earth 616, who becomes like a big brother to him. When Earth 616 becomes his permanent home, he trains with Parker and joins the Avengers. But when the events of the Second Civil War lead him to doubt the older superhero community, he leaves the Avengers. He instead allies himself with his teammates Kamala Khan, aka Ms. Marvel, and Sam Alexander, aka Novel, to co-found the Champions. They add the super smart and Hulk-like Amadeus Cho, aka Brawn, the synthezoid Viv Vision, and a time-displaced Scott Summers, aka Cyclops, to their ranks. Height 5 feet 2 inches, weight 125 pounds. Gender male, eyes brown hair, Black Universe Ultimate. Universe other aliases, none, education, high school student. Combat training from the Ultimate's place of origin, Brooklyn, New York. Earth 1610, identity known to authorities. Known relatives, Rio Morales. Earth 1610, mother, Jefferson Davis. Earth 1610, father, Gloria Morales. Earth 1610, maternal grandmother. Unidentified paternal grandmother, Billy Morales. Sister, Shift, Spider Clone.